person asking to sit in the most respected seat in our country imitated a disabled reporter. Someone he outranked.
Actress Meryl Streep sets off a social media storm and backlash when she criticized President-elect Donald Trump at the Golden Globes. Welcome back. I'm Pat Harvey.
And I'm Paul Majors. Reaction continues to pour in as the man soon to take over the most powerful office in the world is having a war of words with an esteemed Hollywood actress.
Well, CBS 2's Christine Lazar is here to tell us what Streep said to get that firestorm started and how the next president of the United States reacted to it.
We all knew after she took the stage that he would tweet about it this morning. We were just waiting. And he did, not disappoint. In 2015, Donald Trump told The Hollywood Reporter that Meryl Streep was one of his favorite actresses. Today, in response to her speech last night, he tweeted that she was overrated. When actress Meryl Streep accepted a Lifetime Achievement Award at last night's Golden Globes, she hardly touched on her career.
When the powerful use their position to bully others, we all lose.
Instead, without ever actually saying his name, she used her almost 6 minutes on stage to criticize Donald Trump, namely his attack on a disabled reporter.
It was that moment when the person asking to sit in the most respected seat in our country imitated a disabled reporter, someone he outranked in privilege, power, and the capacity to fight back.
By morning, the president-elect took to Twitter to fire back. He tweeted, "Meryl Streep, one of the most overrated actresses in Hollywood, doesn't know me but attacked last night at the Golden Globes. She is a Hillary flunky who lost big. For the 100th time, I never mocked a disabled reporter." On social media, Streep's supporters immediately came to her defense. Stephen King tweeted, "Trump's response to Meryl Streep, childish, churlish, petulant. It's exactly why most Americans fear his presidency, emotionally unqualified." But some called Streep out of touch. This woman tweeted, "Meryl Streep, don't you get it? There are people out here that make less in a year than celebrities spent on their gown tonight." And Trump's advisor, Kellyanne Conway, questions Streep's motives on CNN today.
Why didn't she use that platform to talk about the mentally challenged boy last week who was tortured on a live streaming Facebook by 4 young African-American adults in Chicago?
Rebecca Sun is a senior reporter with The Hollywood Reporter. She doesn't think anything Trump can say will affect Streep's reign in Hollywood.
Meryl Streep is about as respected as you can get, for a movie star, for an actor. I think that the people who hold the levers of power in Hollywood are more likely to agree with her than not to.
Senator John McCain's daughter Meghan tweeted that Streep's speech is why Trump won, and if Hollywood doesn't realize this, he will be reelected. So, lots to talk about.
All right,
Back
thank
to
you
you,
very
Pat
much.
Paul.